Buenos días. Bonjour. Ohayou gozaimasu. Es lunes. Nous sommes lundi. Gitsuyobi desu yo. It's Metacognition Monday. We're talking about how your brain works. And we've been examining language teaching techniques. And I'm showing you how I sprinkle them into my class. We've got one today that's really fun. I don't use it all that much because it's a little wacky, but I'll show you how I use it. Okay, this one's called Suggestopedia. It's another designer method. That means that somebody sat down and deliberately created it, as opposed to something that just kind of organically grew after hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of teaching language. Okay, so the idea behind Suggestopedia is that you're relaxing the affective filter. Remember that affective filter is that voice in your head that makes you embarrassed, and you're too embarrassed to say things aloud, and so therefore you never learn to say anything aloud. So the idea behind this is that all these barriers, all the little voice in your head that says, oh, I better not say arre out loud because I'm going to sound stupid when I say arre. Everyone's going to laugh at me. Those barriers need to be de-suggested. It's called Suggestopedia. Okay. Now, in this method, you're supposed to use classical music in the background to kind of calm people down. And there's lots of good classical music in Espanol, especially guitar music. And there's lots of good music in Francais. Japanese, oftentimes I'll use koto music or shamisen or something. But for all of these, I also like to use really good symphonic movie music. Symphonic music is great. The Suggestopedia, you're actually supposed to use like Verdi or Beethoven or Bach, but I want to use things that are particular to whatever culture we're studying. So I'm not going to have you listen to Bach in Spanish class. That's if I was teaching German, we'd do that, you know? So I'm trying to keep it culturally appropriate. All right, so as you're listening to the music, you just breathe. It's very mindful, okay? Close your eyes, and I'm going to describe a place, and then you just relax and try to visualize it, okay? And then after you've watched this little thing, I'll send you to Microsoft Teams, and we'll do that. I'll have chosen music that is particular to either French or Spanish or Japanese, whichever student you are, and I'll be describing a place with some culturally appropriate music in the background. Then I'm going to ask you some easy yes/no questions in the target language. So when I describe, you're supposed to describe in English to keep the affective filter down. I'm going to mix in some of the target language so that you get used to it, okay? Then I'll ask some easy yes/no questions. And then if we're in a classroom, or next time we're in a classroom, we're going to be mingling like we're at a party. Now this I always use quiz trade for. So I'll have printed up cards and we'll do a little quiz trade thing. Okay, then I'm going to distribute a dialogue and I start the music again. You just enjoy as I read it, okay? I'm going to be super hammy. I'm going to be acting it out. It's going to be over the top. It's going to be crazy. You just absorb it, okay? Then I'm going to read it again, but I'm going to read it kind of normal and calm because you're listening to the music. And I might switch it up, so I might start by reading it calm and then read it hammy, and I might do it a third time. But you get to hear it more than once. And the reason I do it hammy is, first of all, to lower your affective filter, and also there's more comprehensible input when I'm being hammy, when I've got the props, when I'm putting on outfits and stuff. So that's basically Suggestopedia right there in a nutshell. So go on to Teams and I'll have something for you, okay?